Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Just finished getting sun, and now it looks like it is about to storm out here. So this video will get interrupted if it starts raining, because when it rains here, it's super loud. Even in my house, there's nowhere I can do a video in my house because the roofs down here just make too much noise. So we'll try to, hopefully this rain will hold off for the next 10, 12, 15 minutes. Anyhow, after doing that video yesterday, I was rewatching it last night, and I just started making a few notes on a few other what I considered some beginner tips that might help some people out there, and started jotting them down while I was laying in bed. And I thought I would just kind of continue and share a few more of those raw vegan beginner tips. One thing that I think I did a video on this one time just about this subject, but support. Besides just going to groups and talking with people and interacting with people, you might actually have a special buddy or a partner, somebody that the two of you or a group of you kind of become accountable to yourself. It could be almost, not quite like having a sponsor, like when people that quit addictions and things, but that similar principle could, obviously that's way more serious for somebody to fall off their sobriety, but still you understand the concept. That could help. You have to be accountable to somebody, at least, just if you feel like you're going to go off the rails, you don't know what's going on, you're desperate, whatever, you have that person to fall back on, and you feel like, you're a little bit more solid because you have some more support. Prep your house. Now, if you're not the only raw vegan in the house, okay, you can't get rid of everything that might be a temptation to you. But if you are the only raw vegan in the house, or if you live alone, I would say get rid of all the garbage. Don't have any temptations in there. If you live with other people, well, you got to do the best you got to do. You can't beat them over the head with your lifestyle. So then it's key to have plenty of good things to put in your mouth all the time when you get hungry. You've always got to have that fruit around. Have plenty of good, whole food, plant-based food around. And that is food. Really, we say plant-based food, but that's really the only food I consider food. If it's not plant-based, it's not really food. Just my opinion, though. But yeah, keep your house prepared. That'll be very much key. Be prepared for social situations and going out, whatever way you handle that. I'm not one of the, some people get into that, and that's super cool, and I love to see the photos when they have all these little packages and make all kind of little goodies and prepare ahead of time. Me, I just tend to load up and eat before I go out. If I am going to go out, I'm not that social. I don't go out, so I just get, I fill up ahead of time, and then maybe nurse a club soda or something when I'm out. Also, I know club soda's not great, but that's I don't go out very often, so I always have to catch that. Somebody will tell me, oh, that's not good for you. But yeah, just prepare, before you go out, or take something with you, or just eat a salad. Like when I socialize, I'm about socializing. Even though I'm not that big of a social person, the food's not that important, even before this lifestyle. A lot of times when I go to a social function, a party, get together with people, I ended up not hardly eating because I was more focused on, just interacting with people. You got to learn recipes. Tasty recipes are going to be key. Most people think this lifestyle is plain or boring. And another thing too, in the beginning, look for some recipes out there that mimic some of your favorite old type foods that are probably not very good for you. There's tacos you can make, there's lasagna, there's raw vegan burgers. In the beginning, I wouldn't say, don't get too enchanted with that, because a lot of that gourmet raw vegan stuff is very high fat, and it's just basically one level above, I don't know, I won't get into levels, but it's not much. I would say a clean vegan, I would prefer to eat a clean cooked vegan lifestyle versus eating an all raw lifestyle, but eating a lot of the gourmet stuff in there, because you just get into the fat. But in the beginning, you're not going to worry about that. You're just trying to be, you're getting started. You're working through your transition. You're trying to be vegan, and you're trying to be more raw as you go. So learn recipes. Recipes are important. If you can just put together, most of the time you're just going to be eating fruit and smoothies, which is great, but have those recipes for your savory. Have some soups, have some salad dressing recipes. You know, have some tasty stuff. Be creative. Learn to work in the kitchen. That's going to be key in this lifestyle. Because, yeah, I mean, as much as we like fruit and stuff, we can't just eat straight fruit and a piece of lettuce all the time. You're going to want to have something that you really look forward to and that tastes good. Yeah, I've talked about this in another video too. Try to keep yourself satiated and never get really hungry, especially in the beginning. Now, I know people go back and forth, and I even have, you know, I'm not sure exactly my full thoughts on that about eating meals, taking long times in between, and then eating again, or grazing all the time. I know the grazing is not great for your teeth. I tend to graze. But the one thing I have done from the beginning is I just don't ever let myself get hungry. Now, every once in a while, yeah, I'll get in a situation where I do get hungry because I've got the discipline that I know I'm not going to just eat something really bad. Like, the biggest downfall for me is if I get hungry and I'm somewhere where I can't get the good food, I just won't eat until I get home or whatever, and then a lot of times I miss out on calories. So, you know, try to stay ahead of your hunger. You know, a hungry mind doesn't make good decisions. It's kind of like they tell you, don't go, now it doesn't really matter because we shop for good things, hopefully, on this lifestyle, but they used to say, you know, never go grocery shopping when you are hungry because you tend to make bad choices. Same thing here, when your mind is hungry, if you keep ahead of it, you know, if you're never getting just that ravenous hungry, your mind doesn't go start wandering, well, hey, pizza would be good, this would be good, that would be good. So, you know, stay full, eat, keep yourself full, eat until you're full, and keep yourself full. Anyhow, those are just a few more tips that I wanted to add in there. I will try to think of some more as I go, because I like to go backwards some. You know, there's a lot of, there's just so many people out there that seem like they're floating. They're floating. They just got questions. They don't, you know, there's a lot of detailed stuff on this raw vegan lifestyle. There's a lot of getting into the science and why this, and all that stuff is good, but there's a lot of people that just need, you know, some basic little small tips, because as I'll always tell you, success on this raw vegan lifestyle, it's all up here. It's the psychology mostly. It's not about, you're not, I say this over and over, you're not going to see the next great YouTube video from anybody, or you're not going to read a post, or you're not going to read an article that just all of a sudden, you know, the heavens open and it's bum, bum, and it becomes clear. It's all about playing little tricks with yourself, finding out what works for you, and, you know, using whatever you have to do to go further down this healthy path. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I'll show you guys these clouds here. Looks like my world is about to get kind of rainy out the front of my neighborhood. So I'm ready to just lock it in for the rain for the rest of the afternoon. See you guys. Peace.